What's up, Octoprint?
What's up, Octoprint fans? Thank you so much for coming by. This video, you're in the right place if you want to learn something new about 3D printing that you didn't, it's basically a general overview on 3D printing. It's for beginners. It's for dummies.
Dummies.
3D printing for dummies.
Now, we're not calling you dummies. We're just
no.
saying, for like all those new people, we want to make it a funny word, so we said dummies.
You just don't know. So we're going to educate. We're going to give you a general overview. If you're new to 3D printing, start here. And then we might get a little more advanced. Who knows where we're going with this thing, but we're going to start right here. So we'll see you in just a second.
Yes, we are back. Awesome intro, obviously. Inspired by Drexley.
Drexley!
Anyways, we want to talk about a few things before we do get right into the video. Anyways, if you look on my side of the screen, which you can do that, right, Dad?
Oh, yeah, I can do it.
Perfect.
What are you doing?
We're going to go right up to here to Accra. Oh, look at that. 58 subscribers. We want to thank you all so much for that. That's awesome. A great job. And if we look at this video, a lot of views, and then we got our 64 likes, and then awesome comments. Thank you all so much for the comments. Awesome. We replied to each and every single one of you. Well, look at that freak.
Okay. Back
to your screen.
Thank you. No, thank you for coming. Seriously,
yes.
Wow. I couldn't really say enough about the success we've had, and I really don't want to ramble, but my goodness, we really hit it out of the park with the last video. It's like our first real kind of success story where it gives us energy, we're excited, and we're motivated to do some more and hopefully educate more people in different areas. And hopefully we're more of a lifestyle channel, so you gotta kind of like us and like our style to like our channel. So anyway, okay, so 3D printing.
Yes, 3D printing.
3D printing.
Yes.
All right, we're going to talk about like three categories. The first is that 3D printing is basically going out, finding a file, or creating a 3D file, and then putting it into a machine, and the machine outputs the file.
Okay.
So it could be anything. It could be a little part like this. It could be a little trinket. Whatever. Here, let me pull up Thingiverse.
I already got Thingiverse up, dude. You can go to mine.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
I already had it ready for you, dude. I knew you were going to go Thingiverse. I'm already
So Thingiverse is a place where you can go to find 3D files that have already been created by other people. They're all free, and there are, there's a bunch of different things that you can download, readily available, and then just put it into your 3D printer and print it. So that's basically what we're looking at here.
There's also many other websites. This is not the only one. Like I have Yegi up right now.
Oh yeah,
which is another great one.
Yep. Yegi's like a search engine for all the different places where you can go. And then we also we're actually subscribers to Hex 3D. Remember Hex 3D? I just pulled it up.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yep.
Awesome.
Hex 3D makes really high quality 3D models that you can print, and then most of these folks like to paint them, but yeah, that's really basically what it is. So there's boutique places you can go to subscribe to. There's free places you can go, and the other piece of this
wait, hold on. Did you say free?
I did say free.
What?
I did say free.
Free websites.
For free.
For free.
You know what's funny is when I look at you like in real life, I'm looking to the right, but it's showing me looking to the left, and when you look at me, it's the opposite. So if you want to look at me, look at your door. Hey, buddy, what's up?
What's up, man?
Yeah, see? Opposite. That's because we don't want to mirror our video, because if we mirrored our video, then you couldn't read our logo. Duh. So anyways, whatever. And I'm not switching stations. This is my spot. Okay.
I don't have the logo.
Okay, so you can get files that are ready made. Download them. Most of them are free, and then you can also buy some if you want to subscribe to a place who makes high quality stuff.
There you guys go.
And then, hey, actually, we'll talk about this. What I'm wearing is a hat. Has an Octoprint logo.
Oh, really? Really?
Yeah, and Dakota's wearing a hat, and that has an Octoprint logo. These are logos that I designed in a software called Fusion 360. So that's the other way you can go with this whole thing. You can learn how to 3D model things and design your own stuff. So that's one thing you can do, and you can make anything you want, do anything you want. It's just there's a huge learning curve to this software. Okay, there's a lot you can do, and that whole thing is its own thing. So we won't go too much into detail from that. But in either case, regardless of how you get your file, you have to then bring it into a software that will instruct your printer on how you'd like to execute that file. And that's where slicers come in.
Slicers?
Slicer.
What are you talking about?
A slicer.
Slicer?
A slicer. You want to know why they call it a slicer?
Why?
Because they're taking your 3D object and putting it into a whole bunch of different layers called slicing. And that's part of what this software does. The other part is you can determine things like how fast it prints, how hot the melting end gets, how whether what you're going to print is solid or hollow, or partially solid or hollow, how fast you want it to go. I don't know. Did I miss anything? It does all those things.
Oh, if you want to make it, did you say if you make it larger or smaller?
Oh, no, yeah, you can make it larger, smaller, the scale can be adjusted. Also, the quality, right? You can adjust the layer height. So each layer that gets printed can be really, really tiny, which would give you finer detail, or it can be a little thicker, which would print faster, but it wouldn't look as good. So anyways, that's kind of what this software does. And I'll put this in a mode where you can actually see some of these layers effects. I don't want to get into too much detail here because I don't want to overcomplicate things, but basically if you zoom right in here, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I don't know, 10 layers, something like that.
Yeah, and you can set that to whatever you want.
Yep. And then you can kind of go down through and see what's going to happen. So the first layer is going to look like this. Your second layer is going to look like this. And your third layer is going to look like this. So it's really only a few layers to create this particular file. But then that's going to instruct your printer on what to do. Now, the slicers are also free. And by the way, you don't have to take notes. You don't have to get too crazy. We're going to put all this stuff right in the description so you can understand kind of a little bit more about, you can actually soak this information in that we're giving you. You don't actually have to think too hard. You can go back and rewind it, or you can look in the description to find the sources that we've used in this video so far. So now that we've sliced it, Dakota, what are we gonna do? We're gonna save it out.
I actually just put something on my 3D printer for really kind of detailed design I found.
Oh, did you? Let me go to your screen. What do you see?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Very detailed. Obviously, it's very big, but you can make this smaller. And look at right here in the bottom right. You can tell it does take some time for some of these things.
He's talking about right there. It tells you how long it's going to take. Yeah.
Look at, there's see these red spots? Sometimes you need to put what are those things called?
Oh, yeah, support. So you can't print in midair. So you might have to print sacrificial supports.
Mm-hmm. That's why it says model areas down here. If you see where my mouse is pointing.
Yep.
Model errors.
Model errors.
At the bottom.
No, I don't think that's why. I don't know what that's about. But
it's talking about the highlighted areas. I think the red.
Yeah, that could be. But yeah. Anyways, this software, the slicer software, will go ahead and give you what's called a G code, and a G code is the code that instructs your printer on how to operate. Let me just open this file up. I've got the G-code open. No, I don't want to download. I just want to show people what this looks like. So this is the code. These are coordinates. You'll see here it's showing X, Y, is there Z? E. X, Y, E. You're not going to see Z because Z would mean that it's moving up. And we don't only move up when we're doing layer changes. So X is your left to right. Z is your up and down. Y is your in and out. And then E, which is indicated here, is your hot end. So there's 4 different things that are controlled by this G code. How hot, what the temperature is, where the hot end is in relation to the entire print bed. And each one of these is an instruction. It does this instruction, then the other one, and another one. And so these things are thousands and thousands and thousands of lines long. Okay, this little one, which takes about 20 minutes, is 12,288 lines of code. You could do this by hand. This is just Notepad, so you could do this by hand, or you could use a slicer and it could do it for you. So once you have your G code done, then the only thing that's left to do is to get that G code into the printer. Now, how do you get the G code into your printer, Dakota?
This
memory card.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
How small that is.
You save it to a memory card and you bring it to the printer.
Which, if you look at mine, I don't know where the thing is, but if you look on mine in the bottom right, or yours, I think, it'll say save to, I think, disk or something like that.
Yeah, well, our pictures are in the bottom right, so you can't really see the bottom right of the screen.
Really?
Yeah, see?
Oh, wow.
Your picture blocks
it it'll be, like, in that corner.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Here, I can show you. Watch.
Yeah.
Let me just move this out of the way. Whoa, not that. This, see? That's what he's talking about right here.
Yeah.
All right, so it's saved to disk, and that's what we did. And then you save it to a disk, or you save it to your C drive. And in the case of my printer, and this was where we get into the next video, guys. I'm not going to get there with this video. The next video is, some of the options for printers and what kinds of things you might not be able to live without and what things you can. In this case, the difference between his and mine as it relates to getting the file to the printer is mine has what's called Octopi, which is a Raspberry Pi based computer that has a web interface, and so I can upload directly from my computer to the web interface. And I'm gonna show you that right now, just so you can see it.
I'm kind of giving a longer view of what our thing looks like.
And that's what Octoprint looks like, and that's what it is. It's basically just a IP address in a web browser on our network. I've uploaded this file right here to the machine. It controls everything, the temperature, can move it, whatever. I'm going to go ahead and hit print, and within a couple of minutes, this thing will start printing, and I'll bring the phone over and just kind of show you what it's doing. So, quick recap. Get your file, your design file, get it into a slicer and slice it, send it to the printer somehow, and then the printer does what it's supposed to do.
There's your X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, so X, Y, Z. That's smart, yeah. So that's your X, left and right, your Y, to and fro, and your Z.
Oh, look at that, guys.
Is actually
kind of
up and down.
Mine a little bit, but whoa. You can kind of see that it's coming down.
Which one? Mine or yours?
Printer. You can
Oh yeah, yep.
Kind of tell it's going down.
Let's just do it this way. Let
screen,
me go to
this
guy. Bing. Yes.
Whoa. That's
Oh, look, we're mobile. We're mobile. Okay. So we started that print.
Let's start mine.
And right now, what it's doing is it's doing this has an automatic bed leveler on it. So it's sensing different points on the bed to determine if the bed is perfectly level or not. And if it's not, it's going to go ahead and adjust the print to accommodate for any out of level on the bed. Like I said, we're going in the X axis now. And then when this bed moves back and forth, that's your Y, and then up and down is your Z, and this is your extruder or your hot end, and that's called your Z or your E axis. Okay, so now it's going to go ahead and bring itself to the beginning. It's going to print a quick little sample line. See if I can get down here and show you that.
Can I hear your audio through camera?
You should be able to hear it through my phone.
Oh yeah, that's on your phone. Hopefully.
And there we go. It did print a nice sample line. It's looking pretty decent. There we go. Now I've got it to set a skirt. So it's really what it's doing at this point is it's going around and it's putting a line here around. It's not the actual print, but that line I can feel it and I can adjust and I can tell whether it's actually sticking to the bed or not. And then there's some fine-tune settings you can do to make sure that if I've got to go up or down just a tiny bit to squish this into the glass or not to make sure it sticks, that's pretty much what's going to happen here. So it's going to go do the first layer, the second layer, the third layer, and when it's all done, we're going to have a logo, a printed logo, just like what you saw on the screen. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
Cool. Let's go back.
Wait, I have a question.
What's up?
Where's my bed? So I can hook it up to my computer. Like, what if you don't have, like, what if you don't have it connected to your PC so you can start it? What if you need to use this?
What?
This.
Oh, we can show them real quick.
Well, yeah. Okay.
Do you know how to do it?
Well, I can't
Here,
connect
I got
it. I can't connect it to the PC.
Oh, well, we'll have to show them that in another
Alright.
video. But yeah, that's basically it.
Get down on my knees.
You don't have the adapter, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I
Well, you have a whole camera over here.
No, but that's for the 3D printing.
Well, why don't we just do this then? Hey. So anyway, if you like us, you know what to do. We're gonna have another video that's gonna go into a little bit more depth, like I said, and we're gonna talk a little bit about the printers that are out there available, some of the pricing, and some recommendations on what you might want to buy or what you might want to look for in buying a 3D printer.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you can do all kinds of cool stuff. This thing's kind of like a toaster for us. You know what I mean? It just sits over there, and then when we want to make some toast, we make some toast. Push a button, and it does its thing. You saw pretty much what we have to do. I mean, once you have the file, you slice it and you send it, and then you're done. If you've got them set up the way they're optimal, then you should be in good shape. So, all right, that's it for this part of the video. We'll look for a subsequent video and enjoy your journey into 3D printing if that's what you so choose to do. And oh, by the way, we are good at this stuff. Okay, I know almost everything there is to know about 3D printing. I just don't want to go into too much detail. But if you're already into 3D printing and you have some questions, throw them down in the comment section. We'll answer every single one, at least until we get 1 million subscribers. And then I don't think I'll be able to answer them all. But anyways,
maybe even 10,000 subscribers.
Yeah. We'll do our best to answer and hopefully help you along in your journey. That's all part of what we're trying to do here on the channel. So anyway, anything else, Dakota?
Subscribe and hit that like button.
All right.
Because we're about to hit 60 subscribers. We want to hit 100.
My God, we only need 2 more.
100 is our goal. We've hit 10. We've hit 50. 100 snaps.
Oh my God, I didn't record any of this. Just kidding.